Hey, hello, welcome to this very stream. I don't know what I'm doing. Ignore that, I was doing testing. Yeah, base game. What do you mean, bye? And I hate Hyphen games, I can't get why people use wireless things. Preview projector, put it up there, make it sizable. I'm just gonna play randomly while I warm up because I've not played and I really need to start getting into the trend of just kind of playing the game before doing a stream. Because, yeah, especially in winter when it's bloody cold. I mean, I've turned on the heater because it's not that cold. I just turned on the heater because it's cold. I mean, it's made this room, what, like 3 degrees warmer? I think 3-4 degrees warmer. Pretty good. This room's actually annoyingly big. Mission mode speedrun with the sadliner. So, I think I talked about this in the last stream. I'm not going to be doing any of those. I do want to do the mission mode with a twist. Alongside the normal completing. Maybe I can do a 32 track with a random car. That could be fun. I don't want to do the mission mode runs of any other carts until I've done next week. Next week? Oh god, it is next week. Because, you know, I don't want to mess with what I know. So I kind of did the infinite speed when I did. I was like, I have to do it now or wait like 3 weeks. But I do know what you're referring to. I don't remember what the Sadliner's gimmick was. Because I've got 2 different... I don't remember if the Sadliner had the same gimmick as the Sad Bomber. Just modded your 3DS. Yeah, I'm guessing you're referring to 3DS, but that's also just as vague. What's really interesting is the next shorts I have to edit. I'm actually doing technically a 2-part series. Because I wanted to split it into 2 different shorts. I have no idea how well it'll perform. I have no idea how well it will do either because just like, yeah. Gotta say, Star July's not been very good for the good old view counts. Even though it's only been 2 shorts and 1 video, the video's underperformed. Well, I think the video is now just below average rather than way below average. The shorts have done bad and below average. Live streams are live streams. So, yeah. Also, fun fact, the other day I changed the line in the channel's description because I realized it wasn't actually, the tense of it was kind of weird. And to be honest, I think the tense of it is still kind of weird because I'm referring to the channel as an entity rather than the channel as me. But I don't really know what people expect. Maybe I should do a 32 track time with just like one of the really dumb carts like Standard Luigi or something. Standard Toad. Who cares about Standard Toad? Because I have to do them. They're gonna take what I like to define bloody ages. And actually, the thing is, they're not going to take bloody ages. They're going to be bloody boring to do. Because they start not being all that interesting to talk about. They're very similar to their other normal cards, and no one cares about them. I'm probably the only person to be like, yeah, I play a standard card. It's like the best standard card in the game. Who would play like goddamn standard Donkey Kong? Rather than just using like the Ramby Rider or the Jeep. Yeah, let's do standard Toad run. Where's the splits? There they are. All right. Open splits, Mario Kart DS, 32 track, 32 track. It's apparently very good average, so I don't know when my average got to 1 hour and 10 seconds, but that's a bit sad. Alright, let's change this thumbnail. Do I have anything to do with standard Toad on this? Cards. I do have a standard Toad image. I just literally keep the exact same tagline. Yeah, that's correct. Oh, I've got Bowser, Wario, and Waluigi. That is unideal. Global hotkeys are on. The viewer count is very small. And I am going to go press A and say 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. And the thing is, I don't really... Toad's cards are kind of weird. They're the epitome of... They're just not great. You know, they got a fairly decent MT, but, you know, you can't PRB with it, I'm pretty sure. They've got, you know... They got pretty good snaking, but, you know, it's not... Actually, it is pretty good snaking. It's definitely a card where snaking is more worthwhile than not snaking. But... who knows? But I suppose that is the point of these speedruns. Oop, just use the word mid. That is a word. You are correct. Also, I'm pretty sure Toad's actually like the second slowest kart group in the game after Drybones. Actually, is it? Or is Yoshi's is slower? One of the carts ever? It sure is. Yeah, I do not know. That was one of the most standard Toad moments ever. Why on earth does this save use the classic Hoik logo? I probably should change the emblem to something more modern. And maybe just have the classic Hoik logo be just on the actual cartridge. Because I don't really even know what the modern Hoik logo is, or what the modern Hoik emblem is. Like the Mario's emblems suck. What has to be your favorite track in Mario Kart DS? I don't really know what my favorite tracks are in Mario Kart DS. So I've just resorted to answering the question with Figure 8 Circuit because it makes everyone mad. God, the mini turbo is so short. And even then, so probably this car probably has a longer mini turbo than like, you know, like the Mario Kart Wii. You mean F8C? I mean, hey, that's what I'm saying. You use Waluigi Pinball because you love Waluigi. I don't think Waluigi Pinball's a very good track. Bowser was on 0 points at that race. But I mean, like, in terms of like the tracks I like playing, or the tracks that I play and would say I'm better at than average, it'd probably be like Sky Garden, Peach Circuit. Definitely not Figure 8 Circuit. I mean, I think I was kind of bullied into being good at Peach Circuit. And then I bullied myself into being good at Sky Garden. Sky Garden is just fun. Skyguard's good in a non-PRB online setting because you get, you know, you get the shortcut, which is like perfectly annoying to do. Where it's actually quite easy to fail that shortcut when you get the mushroom. And there's not many mushroom shortcuts in Mario Kart DS. $27 seconds below average, that's... yeah. Standard Toad. Should really do another Drive On Redemption run. I do think it's a bit unfair having the Egg 1's time be the best time that I have with it, rather than being like an average time I have with it. And that was mostly because of like RNG. I don't know, that was also on the Wii U. I don't actually know. God, I really want to try and get a new PB with the actual DS for 32 track. But it's such an annoying run to do, and also, it's not very popular to watch. I hate you, goddamn Pokey. Oop, that's not a good dodge. I suppose, like, in terms of tracks that have shortcuts that you can hear much. I suppose Desert Hill's actually probably one of the better ones because it's got heavy off-road, so you can't just snake through it. So you do actually need to use the mushrooms, like, strategically. Is Desert Hills actually a good track, or does heavy off-road just suck in Mario Kart DS? And would Mario Kart DS be more... would non-PRB Mario Kart DS Online be more competitive if you replaced all the off-road with heavy off-road? Best do a Mario Party DS? I haven't actually played Mario Party DS. A lot of people say I should, but I don't own the game and I can't really be bothered. Sky Garden's big. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Shortcut definitely not working on this thing. Yeah, that's a good pace. Well, I think that was a single mini turbo PRB. For a prolonged panel boost. I keep trying to call it, but no one will agree to me to call it a prolonged panel boost. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is not how you do the drift. My god, game. What are you doing to me? What about F8C? F8C is great. Well, it doesn't lie to you. Like, where's the garden? Like, it's called Sky Garden. It's very clearly in the sky, but what's the garden mean? Honestly. Nintendo's lying to me. Great layout. I mean, not a lot you can do for the Nintendo DS. It's kind of a horrid device to make a screen layout for. Though, fun fact, I am like the only person that puts the bottom screen on the right. Nearly everyone puts the bottom screen on the left for some reason. And to be honest, these screens used to also have left-sided bottom screen, but it randomly got swapped over to the other side, and I don't know why. And now, actually, it's not now that I'm used to it. I've just always basically had, I've always had the, like, even when I play on an emulator, it was always on the right, so there he goes. But also, I think the main contributor to what side does the bottom screen go is sample. This drawing of sample looks kind of crooked when it's the other way. So oh my god, why do I keep doing these weird hops? That's a shame. Invisible walls are peak. I really want to see what happens if I remove the invisible walls from like Waluigi Pinball. And mostly only Waluigi Pinball. I think that'd be the only like real interesting track. Mostly just because of the base of, but if you did make like a Mario Kart DS time trial video on your channel, would I check it out? Oh no, wait, you're saying you did make one. Can I check it out? Probably not, because I don't care that much about time trials. People think I care about Mario Kart DS. I just like making videos on the game. It's always playing MKDS off stream. Not really, actually. Luigi bonked me backwards. Yeah, he did. Using YouTube on phone, as do most people. But yeah, with like, you know, there's not a lot of Mario Kart DS videos out there. Like, I'm basically the only person that's making consistent Mario Kart DS videos, which is concerning. But you know, whenever I do see a Mario Kart DS review or something, I'll check it out. I'll go see people's dumb opinions. I'll question people putting Baby Park below Choco Island 2 on their track reviews. If you found a way to play Mario Kart DS on your phone, it's kind of a pain. Yep. I was a bit scared about that dodge because it was uphill. They both suck, but RCR2 sucks to play. Yeah, people always say Baypark's the worst because it doesn't represent the Mario Kart Double Dash version. I'm like, yeah, but Choco Island 2 just sucks to play. Baypark's boring, but at least it functions. You saw a video about ranking the MKDS track? Yeah, surprisingly, there's a lot of them. They're all very similar. You know, pinball at the top, Bay Park at the bottom, figure 8 circuit at the bottom, despite the fact it truly deserves to be slightly below middle. I'd rather play figure 8 circuit than DK Pass. And then, you know, whenever people talk about figure 8 circuit, like, oh, we gotta bring up the fact that's a good track for Snake. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it is. I have not made a track ranking video because I don't know what my opinions are. If I were to do a ranking, I would literally make a unique criteria for every track. And then put it all on the same list, so it'd make no sense. RCR2 would be the only one ranked based on how good is it? It goes way at the bottom. Ow. I am way more likely to stream 64 DS than Geometry Dash. How does Geometry Dash stream even be fun? The stream wouldn't be able to interact because isn't it a rhythm-based game? It would just be them sitting there for like 2 minutes being like, I gotta concentrate. Ah, damn, I stuffed up. Well, time for me to be silent for another 2 minutes. I, for one, rather care about the DS standards a whole, not necessarily the standard Toad. Wall. I mean, I'm a big fan of the standard Bones. Oh no. Gotta say, whatever this run ends up going to be, it's going to be very unfair to the standard Toad. Standard Toad may deserve a redemption run, but it's probably not going to be getting one. Considering there are, what, 36 cards, I've still got, like, nearly, like, every tertiary card to go, plus, like, every standard card to go. So it's probably at least, like, you know, probably over 15 cards left. Don't know where I pulled that number out of, but it's here. Now, should this thing do the shortcut? Because it is only sand. This doesn't feel worth it. Considering the fact I think with like the egg you do it literally like 1 NT. You're constantly locked in because you're not streaming. Also, I think I'm bad at rhythm games. Yo, what a play! As far as that works, Roombas are hell in this game. Like, the mushroom goes so goddamn far, that's basically useless. I missed. Oop, I missed that one as well. I didn't mean to hit both of them, though. Oh. He's so good at the game! Okay. Why? Thank you. Oh, this is going to be a bad start up. I could have already told you that at TikTok clock. I think the only track that went well was DK Pass. But hey, that blue shell dodge was cool. I can't tell you, but that's got more to do with being able to keep rhythm, i.e. become a metronome, rather than being good at rhythm games. Kind of wish YouTube didn't remove clips. They must have had, like... It's one of the stupidest things I've seen YouTube remove. Like, why did they not like it? Because also, I think YouTube's clips were so half-baked. Like, their URLs were so stupidly long. And, like, you know... And then they weren't really even, like... shareable. Like, you're on the Twitch, you type in like game, you go to that game's page, and there'll be like a bajillion, you'll see mostly clips of the games rather than streams. But it's like so, you know, if I wanted to see the, so, you know, I had access to the clips that I made and, you know, all the clips made of the channel, I had no way to moderate them, which I think is kind of dumb. And then, you know, there's a little clip shelf that you put on the channel page that I don't know how that worked. Drifting at max speed is like 360 BPM. Okay, I don't know really enough of BPM. Need to make some extra room for other half-baked features, I suppose. Yeah. But hey, YouTube, when are you getting rid of that AI feature that no one's using? Hey, YouTube, when are you going to get rid of chat summaries that no one is using because they suck and they're garbage and they're too easily... Like, they're not useful. Oh, you're keeping that forever? Oh, come on, Red Shell. Really? I was on the middle of the road. How do you use the DS Pad? It's massive with such a small screen and dodgy backlight. Well, the backlight is completely functional. It's just bad. The fatness of the DS Fat is actually kind of one of its good features because it means its buttons are nice and big. And also, it's got really nice buttons. The buttons are actually like buttons rather than like whatever the hell the membranes they put on like every other console. Oh god. But yeah, the backlight's just kind of something you just get used to. It's like, yeah, whatever. Could be better. Perfectly functional. It's better than like a Game Boy. Probably. I'd never use one. But please, I want my original DS screen mods. Please. Please. You found a Wii for $22? I've had a Wii, like, for, like, over, like, probably 2 years now. That's just unmodded. And I don't know what to do with it. Because, you know, the idea would always be, like, modding a Nintendo... modding something outside of Nintendo is just a really funny, strange time. I've thought about this. Like I said, I've had this idea for, like, 2 years. Probably longer now. But, you know, I can't think of a good way to film it, record it, or just do it. Granted, it would be the world's funniest thing. It would be when someone figures out how to jailbreak the Switch 2, would be to do that outside Nintendo. I just think that'd be funny. Like, rather than just randomly post it online and then have it posted to Reddit, cross-post to Reddit or something, make like a YouTube video being like, showcasing the first Nintendo Switch jailbreak outside Nintendo. Just to really rub it in. But I've got modded DSs. I modded Nintendo Wii, so I don't need another Nintendo Wii that's modded until I decide to make a video on modding it like outside Nintendo or something, but yeah. You like the DSi's clicky buttons? Yeah. Oh my god! Why did you keep ghosting your messages? I have no idea. Have I ever tried Mario Kart Double Dash? I have, and I don't like it. Oh, my controversial opinion on the fact that I don't like Double Dash. Oh no. So scary. What was my time on the Wii? Why do you keep asking for my times? I don't know them. I have a player's paid for a reason. Hello. That was real unfortunate. In other news, I need to be apparently making a video this week for upload next week, but I literally have nothing in terms of the ideas, so this fortnightly schedule is troublesome. Where did that blue shell come from? Why did it just like, it came in really loudly? Can this cut do the shortcut? I'm gonna try. Stop making all my videos members only. My videos aren't all members only. This is not good. A lot of my member only videos are very low stake. As in, it's just something goofy that I can put in for extra. I make my member only videos, my membership's $1. It's not worth it for me to actually put time and effort into making, oh, not with that angle. It's not actually important for me to make high effort. That's not the correct word. To put full effort into a video. Guys, stop naming the Mario Cast. And also, Rich, if you're asking about the Rainbow Road shortcut, I'm not doing it. I can't even do it with a good cut. You just see why you choosing ghost your messages the entire time. You can't send it here. Stop insulting YouTube in every second message. Why did that not count? There's another blue shell? No, you've sent it to me. I won't be able to check until after MC1 because I've got to do splits. Whoa. Rainbow Road Blue Shell Dodge Fury, it's impossible. I don't like Rainbow Road in this game. It's kind of a nuisance to play. But you know, that may just boil down to the classic I'm bad at it, therefore it sucks. Is my opinion valid, or am I just bad at the game? Is that another blue shell? What the heck? How many? Oh my! What the hell's in this Rainbow Road? How many blue shells has that been? There's like been 2 lightnings. Anyone like Funky Kong? There probably are people that like Funky Kong. Can I get to the Discord? No, because for some reason my click just decided, it was like, oh, you're trying to move the channel in your server list rather than enter it. I'm like, I've not moved my channel list in like a year. Why would you think I'd be... Is it a speedrun? Yesn't. Definition of OP and MKW. I would say... I don't think OP would be the correct word. Like, he's top tier. He's the best character in the game, but I don't think OP would be necessarily the correct word. It's just, like, broken. You're being ghost for saying that. That is probably... I may have that in my ban term list because I don't want people bothering to say it. I don't remember though. You love it too much, you got a plushie of him recently? I have like no dry bones merch, and he's like my main guy in this game. And a fair few games actually. It's always dry bones and then Koopa Trooper. Sometimes the other way around actually. I would put Koopa Trooper in Mario Kart 8 for no reason. Not like I'm even using a good card. Greg, your messages are being held for review, and I'm not going to bother interacting with them otherwise at all, because it's not doing anything to the conversation. It's what I don't understand about YouTube, like, messaging. It'll sometimes hold a message for review, and other times it'll just absolutely just not allow you to send it at all. And it's just like, why? Am I using a DS capture card right now? Yes. I'm assuming the S stands for DS. I am using it. I basically do like all my streams on capture card because it's easier. It's like, those are like speedruns because, you know, it's more... DS actually has better load times for speedruns than emulator. But I also just generally use it for like most of my other shorts, most of my other videos because, I mean, live streams because it's good. Shorts and videos are typically done on, emulator though because it looks nicer for editing. Apart from the most recent video, which was recorded on real hardware. And maybe that's the reason why it did badly. Well, because I had the music overlapping. Who knows? I have a few. I need to. I'm getting a few ideas how to improve the recording. One of the things I did realize after recording the DS buttons shelfware video is because I was entirely recording on an R4 card, I could have very much just turned on the no music code so I could actually have the gameplay audio coming out the speakers, and it'll just make it sound a bit nicer. Oh, that's not good. I may have actually not been listening, looking at the screen and was just listening to it, but I love burning out when I get like to have a fun item and I get a goddamn bomb. Did I already do the mushroom? I'm pretty sure I've done the mushroom. I don't think I've done full cradle though, but I wanted to do something low stakes tonight because the stream's not themed around anything. Or this wasn't a planned stream or anything. I was like, I don't want to do mission mode tonight because I'm definitely doing mission mode on Wednesday. But, you know, I played a bit of CTGP at the end of last stream, so I'm like, yeah, it's just Mario Kart. And then I was like, oh, what if we do it like a stupid car that no one cares about? And stupid and standard TD is probably the like stupidest thing I can think of. Like something so perfectly mid, no one cares about it. Jeb stream hype. Yeah, the stream schedule is gonna be a bit weird in the for next week because I'm probably not gonna be able to run the Monday stream. I definitely won't be able to run the Wednesday stream. Another stream should be fine. Yeah, I literally have AI as a banned term on the what's it called? On the banned word list for the channel. Which is probably why you're not getting past it. Just one of those times where I just got sick of people talking about it, so I'm like, okay, it's gone. But yeah, so the other two streams this week are probably going to be Mission Mode Speedrun, aka Advertisement Fraud Speedrun, and Jeb stream. Have I tried Need for Speed Most Wanted? I've not tried any Need for Speed game. But can you say, yeah, because it's a word limit, not a phrase limit. That's a pity? What the hell is that supposed to mean? The Need for Speed series is actually quite great. I mean, I suspect most video games are pretty good. Especially ones like from series. Series? Do I like CTGP7? I think it's okay. I missed one. I didn't miss one. I have my reasons for putting words on the banned word list. And it's to get people to shut up about them. But if it's being caused by one person, my general problem, rather than ban the words they're using, I ban them. Take the hint. Do I like CTGP7? I think it's pretty good. Like, It's, yeah, it's a ROM hack. I do wish they get like the cup system working rather than having to go for like the weird like sketchy menu. I mean, I don't really play MK7 that much. It's kind of like an awkward Mario Kart to play, in my opinion, because I play so much DS, and 7 kind of feels like no handling whatsoever. But I do like Mario Kart 7. Yeah, I was a clean looking snake in it until I ran into a wall. I should stop speaking, but then these streams would become really boring. You know, I played Double Dash with a PS3 controller. Surely just... Okay, thank God. I don't know why I did that, but actually probably a good thing. I've definitely gone with that with the egg and absolutely had too much speed that I wouldn't stop the weird little bounce you get when you go off those zippers. I don't think we're beating Baby Park in 30 seconds. Especially with a missed MT, that sucks. Oh, cool. I love Mario Kart items. They're actually amazing. There's a lot of fibs, why? Hey, Sanito's not very good for Baby Park. How on earth did I get that line and actually got away with it? How? What? How little RAM do you have? That is a pros. It is, you know, it is a pricey commodity these days, but oh, DDR3, that is not good. Actually, I don't really know what the DDR 3, 4, 5 actually like mean. I'm guessing it's like generations. No idea what the Dance Dance Revolution stands for. Yeah. All I know is that 3 was like the last gen, 4 is like the gen that's currently out of date, the gen that my computer currently has, and 5 is the current gen that you can't buy because it's too darn expensive. You're playing this on a PC from 2012. Ah, that's that'd explain it. What are you emulating on a PC from 2012? Am I using a childhood DS or a new DS? I didn't have a DS in my childhood, so by proxy I cannot use one from my childhood. This could have been someone's childhood DS, I don't know. Too good, probably too good in condition to be childhood's DS. One thing good to me about my computer is I don't really need to worry about any upgrades because I kind of don't really max it out at any point. Like, I think the only thing I'd really need is a slightly better graphics card. God heck game. But I can live with the current one. I mean, I think my PC has fully superficiused itself from the first build to the second build, apart from the storage. But yeah, so we just I don't get him. Emulating GameCube on Dolphin emulator at native resolution, it runs just fine. Wow, that's surprising. Because I've got the I have no idea when the Fujitsu is from, the hateful Fujitsu. But that barely, like, I've tried running like Minecraft 1.8 with Optifine, and it don't. Like, the computer was like it's not really a good computer. That for the Fujitsu. You haven't gotten hit by a single blue cell for a week straight. No, I've probably not been hit by a blue shell for a week straight. Probably by the process of simply not playing versus races. Haven't stanced for 7 days in a row. Your PC is actually an Acer. I mean, that doesn't really change anything. I don't care about brands. I was talking about my PC, which is the hateful Fujitsu called iPad. Just to really confuse things. Or my laptop, my old Windows laptop, which wasn't mine. It was my sister's, but it's now in ownership of me, and gets more use than it honestly deserves. I still haven't figured out how to put a better heatsink onto the Fujitsu. And I've also started sticker bombing it. I've been kind of wanting to make a video or a short about how to make an MKDS compatible hotspot using a cheap laptop. The part of the problem is buying a cheap laptop. You know, I've sometimes seen a lot, so you can buy them for like $20 or something, which is like ridiculously cheap. But you know, I go into the you know, I look at the Facebook Marketplace listing, and it's listed in like the other side of the city, where it's only served by like a bus every hour. And it's the only bus route in the area. I'm like, eh. I don't think I have any brand loyalty for laptops. I don't really have any brand loyalty. Apart from bread. Coles bread sucks. Upgrade your PC with 16 gigs of RAM or buy a Wii. If you're buying a Wii for the same price as 16 gigs of RAM, you are getting ripped off on the Wii. Or I would not trust that RAM. Why did you feel like anytime you leave you come back to this track? Because you gotta have this track before it's the RCI 2 before the before the fish track. Like, you want to make sure you're here in time for the fish track, but that requires you having to watch goddamn RCI 2. As for the mission mode runs, I think that's just being unlucky. That was an awful start by me. Like, why did the buttons do that? Get 1 terabyte of DDR1. I don't think you have a computer that supports that. Fish! Red shell. Yes, the best way you play Mario Kart DS without modding is a DSi XL. Well, you can play Mario Kart DS a lot of ways without modding. It's called buy any DS and... Actually, what the hell does that sentence mean? Because emulator is clearly not modding, and first part 2. Emulator is clearly not modding, it's emulating, and then, you know, modding is only going to play like a ROM hack of it. Or just, you know, a ROM of it, which doesn't actually change the way it's played. Unlike, you know, a Wii, where I'm guessing load times actually have a matter. Oh, actually, the load times do change between, what? The load times do have a small change on flash cards versus cartridge versus, like, Twilight menu. But it's so negligible that, like, there's no point to it. Like, when they're saying the Pico has faster load times, it's, like, at most a second. Fish part 3, or fish the third, or whatever the hell we call this one. What's my honest opinion on NetPass? What the hell is NetPass? You don't need to worry about your laptop, provided it's better than my friend at uni, whose laptop was literally falling apart. Oh no. Well, we are above the average for the egg one, I'm guessing. Actually, I have no idea. I think I may need to restart. I need to set aside a day to, like, just... Speaking of falling... Hey! By the way, Double Dash is calling, so bye. I can't believe you're abandoning Mario Kart DS for Mario Kart Double Dash. That is blasphemy? Oh no. That's not going to be us gamble, is it? No. This is surely not worth it. You can't even snake with this card! Yeah, Santo probably does deserve a redemption run, but I don't think he'll be getting one until like 2 years from now. GBO Rainbow Road is better. Well, it's not in this game, so you gotta take your choices. I don't know what the hell I was doing with those inputs, but I still missed the dodge, and that's all that people are gonna look at. Don't look at the failures, look at the wins, and there weren't any wins. Hey, stop saying the... May I actually make a failed dodge emoji? No one would use the failed dodge emoji. cool. Who is this character I'm playing? The Toad? That's Toadette? No? You can tell because no one cared about Toadette. You're sick of getting your messages held for review. Fun fact, it's not actually been held for review. There's not been a single message of you that has been held for review. You love dumping ROMs. In other words, you love pirating. That is not what piracy means. I think. If you're dumping your own ROMs, that's not piracy. If you're dumping your own ROMs for yourself, that's not piracy. If you're dumping your ROMs to give to other people, that's piracy? Is it piracy if you download the ROM, if you receive the ROM, or if you distribute the ROM, or is it both? Both distributing and downloading is piracy. Right. My hot take is I kind of hate the piracy argument. I kind of hate talking about piracy because it's such a stupid argument for both sides are wrong. But I think piracy is bad. But still a good thing. Anyway, let's look at the car comparisons. So what's that, a 104.22? That puts it below Marshmallow. Wow, who would have thought? So where is it? Standard TID 104.22. Boom. And I need to now shrink this again. I hate talking about everything. Oh yeah, that's true. If Nintendo doesn't want people to pirate the games, they should make them possible to actually play. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like where the problem with the argument stems from, because, like, you then get the argument of if Nintendo does add the ability to play these games, does me playing it on an R4, is that now illegal? Even though I'm playing it on a system they no longer support? Couldn't I make the cuts a little more high res? These are literally the images from, okay, we'll press the next button. These are literally the images from this screen. Okay. You can tell this save file's weird. Anyway, I wanted to change the emblem of this ROM because I don't know why it's the classic Hoik logo. I should give it the sample, the little peak sample. I forgot what he's called. I should have it. I'll speed on. I don't have that many messages. I need to look at that. There he is. He's not very centered, but because I kind of like this sample. Something's wrong. I could also probably no, not you, you, so you can actually see what I'm doing. I know what I did wrong. That's meant to go here. Threes. Do a Pokeball emblem? Nah, no, this is my normal, this is for my normal save. That doesn't look correct. It's very hard to draw sample. Like, there's like a little sample that I have. One of the interesting things is he's got the little brown in between his eyes, which isn't on any modern designs, but I think it kind of looks stupid when it's orange. I mean, nah, I like the brown. He is messing up these buttons. Try P. I need the grid on. That would probably help. That H should probably be taller. I don't really know what to do for the E or the O, but really, you know, if I put like any detail, it's kind of just like, what the hell shape is that? And because I've literally only got 3 shades of grayscale, I don't think there's a lot I can do. Seems pretty hard, 2 pixels of height. I don't even know why I started drawing it like this. But to be honest, I think emblems kind of just suck in this game because like they're so small that it's like you don't really get to really see anything. Like even on like this card, it's like it's not like you don't really see a lot. Because like what, the best time you see an emblem in this game is like, what the hell is that? That's just a shape. Is that meant to be the Australian flag? No, it's meant to be the Rooting Mario Kart DS series logo. Let me out! So this is why navigating backwards can be so annoying sometimes, because like when you're pressing B and you're turning a direction, as soon as you lose momentum, you start turning the other way. Oh. Yeah, like fun. Hyphen ruining Mario Kart DS is not a country. Yeah. I've drawn the Australian flag in the pixel art, and I definitely wouldn't show it behind the word Hyphen Hoik because it's too large. Playing this after playing standard Toad for an hour is like really jarring. It's like when I remember to turn the high beams on in the car. You might make it your own country in the UK. I don't think you're allowed to. The United Kingdom of Great Britain, Northern Ireland, and Hyphen Hoik's ruining Mario Kart DS series. Ow! That hurt! These hard CPUs are hard. What am I doing? I don't know. Just having fun. Without the standard toad. This is why I'm so glad that Mission Mode speedruns changed from hard CPUs to easy CPUs. It just makes life so much easier. Granted, I am using the standard dry bones, which is an awful card. That was weird. I didn't... Okay. Stop doing that. I need to do like one extra MT. Oh no. Yeah, maybe I should change the emblem to something slightly more dramatic. Maybe I should include like an actual big sample or something. Because this is my main like screwing around ROM on the Pico, so. What the hell does that mean? Yeah, let's change his emblem. Mission mode speedrun? No, it's 11:30. Oh, it sometimes looks like he's smiling at some angles rather than being absolutely confused. Big sample. Now give him a fluffy tail. He's a bit hard to do that in a 32 by 32 image. How'd that look? Yeah, maybe I should have gone rid of the I think I may get rid of the what's it called? Watermark in his ears. Just think of that one scene in Toy Story where he's like where he's like painting over the word Andy. Why is that surround? I should be on headphones. I don't understand why people always want samples to have like big stupid tail. I mean, I'm not fully sure what size sample's tail should be. Because you know, it always changes like every drawing I do. Don't know. I literally did like, you know, like, not like a comic, but I did literally did a drawing, but like what people expect Sample's tail to be like was like what it would actually be like, just sitting still. But yeah, there is always something inherently boring about my character designs. Oh no. I had a blooper, no invisible blooper? Okay. You're just obsessed with how Sample's tail used to wag. Design last year. Oh no, why did my drift not work? It's the exact same thing that happened with the Toad. Except I actually recovered. This is with normal CPUs as well. But I remember it's just stupid. I do kind of want to like update the sample drawings, but like it's really hard to. It's hard to get a pose that just kind of like looks correct without it looking like too detailed or something, but Because yeah, sample's stupidly basic. It's kind of the entire point of his design. I think every other character I've designed has been better designed than Sample. One of the most comical accidental things about Sample's name wasn't meant to be the fact that he was like the status quo design of my art style, but he ended up kind of being that. Like every other character I've drawn, it basically it's like Sample but with other like features added and removed. Like goddamn Attached is basically a super similar design to Sample, but with slightly different ears and antlers. And then you know Signs and Carpet are very much more unique because they've got different snout designs compared to Sample and Attach's like nose beam. Send out a voice of their own. What would he sound like? I don't know. Probably would sound like me. Carpet's the other character that appears in the Christmas and the Halloween community post. And she doesn't really appear that much. I still don't fully know what the design is. I may retcon the design from the Christmas community post, but yeah. The Carpet actually has lore, whereas Attached is not allowed to. Attached is banned from having lore. I just make a small web comics on my characters. Fun. I have thought about it, but the thing is I'm not very good at drawing or storytelling. And you know, then I started, because I've got like, you know, the little comics I make responding like comments and the general atmosphere of being a content creator with Sample and Attached. And I think that's kind of fun because, you know, hey, basic interaction I had with my friends. I don't really know how to do that. It's because that's not really how I've designed, or not really what I envisioned for Signs and Carpet. Fun fact, Carpet was actually supposed to also have whiskers alongside Signs, but I decided to get rid of it because I didn't like how she looked. It kind of made her a bit too line hell, which Signs already is a bit too line art hell because you got the big eyes, the sides of the eyes, the big stupid glasses. 1:30 PM is the perfect viewing time for MKDS. I am a fellow Aussie. Hell yeah. Signs actually does have old, actually has inspiration from old Sample designs, as well as its specific reason why I gave them a scarf, because I think there was Sample designs that had scarves, or no, there was Hoik character designs that had scarves. Signs is based more on Hoik character than, or based on old designs of Hoik character. And in fact, that is the reason why I'm wearing a scarf in Ruining Mario Kart DS Hyphen in between. fuck was that? I'm better in time trials? No. I'm actually worse. Because I do really dumb stuff in time trials, whereas here, you know, how often do you get to see a bullet bill on Mario Kart DS? I'm going for the item box. Give me mushrooms. Give me mushrooms. Thank you. Wow, 2 mushrooms. I'm definitely going to have these in time to do a shortcut on lap 3. I just make a Sai and avatar in my art style. I think I do actually know how to design Sai in the Hoik art style. It just I haven't had a need to have her appear. The sample looks so sad on the emblem. Maybe I shouldn't have given the little whites in his eyes. You're a bully. Do it for their birthday? Do not remember when Saya's birthday is, concerningly. I could probably find out. I feel like saying February, and I have no idea why. But yeah, fun fact, the single drawing of sample on a desert island trying to use PictoChat was actually going to be like a 4-panel comic. But I was like, this isn't funny as a 4-panel comic. I can do it literally. I can do it in literally 1. I think there was another drawing I did that also had that exact same story. Did I actually make it or did I not make it? The anti-piracy one. Actually, I think the anti-piracy one was, if I did do the anti-piracy one as like a 4-panel comic, I would have actually done like the second panel would have been a GIF, and I was going to rotoscope the "You Wouldn't Steal a Car" ad. You think you should play Mario Kart DS? You definitely should. It is a game. Now? That's a pretty good idea. Learn to do a mission mode run so you can knock me off the top 10. But yeah, it's just, I kind of like drawing. I like not being good at it. I've got the perfect amount of skill. People are like, damn, you can draw. I'm like, not really anything else. You've been playing TF2 and you can't get my accent out of your head? I do not sound as stereotypical as TF2, do I? I'm guessing it's a sniper, isn't it? Sniper, good job, mate. I don't remember the line because I'm not a fan of TF2. I just know that line. Yeah, I wonder what did happen to them. Too bad you're banned from it. You can't be banned from drawing like I am from coding. I will say, figure that I sound like Sniper from TF2 is... I don't know if that's better or worse than people thinking I sound like Phoenix SC. If you don't know anatomy well, anatomy doesn't matter. Look at Sample. Sample doesn't look correct. Little guy in the corner. His body proportions are all over whack. It's a vibe that looks correct. Fun fact, I do not actually have designated heights for each of my characters. Just general estimates of how tall should each one be. Well, not even general estimates, just which one's taller than who. Like, attached is actually tiny compared to Sample. But because they only really interact with each other, that's completely fine. Graphism? What is the fifth last word of your message, Sam? Spirits, because it's been associated with furries. Do I use MS Paint? No. I use an application called Critter with a K and Paint.net. Although Paint.net's mostly for like the composition. Paint.net's like Photoshop for me. It's what I use like thumbnails and also like making the community post and a few things like that. Whereas Critter's like the actual art program. And they've got like, you know, the cheap bug with some Wacom tablet. Oh, come on. It's not at all important to go for boost panels. I wonder how would some Mario Kart DS tracks change if boost panels are actually faster at MT speed? Like mainly like goddamn like LC1. And maybe TikTok clock. Like how they change if like, you know, what is MT speed at like in like MKW? Because isn't What's mushroom speed and what's MT speed in like Mario Kart Wii? Yeah, my Google account that I use for... So I used to have an old email. I didn't like it, so I changed it. I don't like that email now because it's so old, but it's like I'm stuck with it now because you can only change your email once on YouTube. But you know, it's fine. I can live with it. Fun fact, my personal email that I am applying to jobs with has the dry bones into sad liner as its profile picture. It's so professional, isn't it? Wheelies are 15%, MT to 20%, and boost panels are 40%. Okay. For some reason, Mario Kart DS just has like speed. You got the speed you go at and like MT speed, which is the same as boost panel speed. And it's like kind of ridiculous. It's like, why? I wonder if there should be a way to make... I'm gonna question, is there a way to make MTs and MT speed and boost panel speed closer to what they are in like Mario Kart Wii, and like how it should probably be? How many tracks do you play? I don't remember. I mean, I think the most amount of tracks... I don't think I've ever... I've done... What is the most amount of tracks I've played in a single stream? Nowhere near as immature as it used to be. Yeah, you're still planning on torturing Sci-Hi with goddamn ChatGPT images of her OC. How did that red shell not like get under me? Actually, probably because I didn't miss the two weird things to be traced to this account. The thing is, you can't find what the actual email is on the YouTube account. No one knows like what the email of the Hyphen Hoik account is. So, yeah. I'm so bad at the hills. But yeah, I think like the most amount of tracks I've played in a single screen is probably like the CTGP Nitro all custom tracks. But I still haven't done a CTGP Nitro all tracks including original tracks, because I don't really have... It's like 2.5 hours for the all custom tracks, so it'll be an additional hour. You're 21 in 21 days and 9 minutes. Damn, you missed the 20. You missed the 21 days, 21 days, 21 minutes. Isn't belated mean late? You like the last short I made? The PictoChat 3DS one? What, another blue shell? I quite like it as well. The YouTube algorithm, not so much, but I wonder if that's just because of the fallout of the backwards MKDS short doing poorly. The Curse of July. Ooh. And also the video doing poorly, so it's like everything going bad. You're not sure? I mean, I'm talking about like YouTube boring stuff. Don't listen to me. But you should watch. Please watch my most recent video. I put a lot of effort into it. I didn't put that much effort into it actually. That's a lie. That's much effort I normally put into a video. Fun fact, I actually had both the like the stream recording and the actual like nice looking layout. Both on the both to be edited, and they'll actually I don't think I sunk them out of it all. But you know, they're both there, I could both do stuff with it, and then I was like I don't actually need any of the stream footage. If you start a YouTube channel, you'll focus on the Skylanders, Dead by Daylight, and Slay the Spire, and maybe Mario Kart 7. That is too many things. You gotta choose one and stick to it. Honestly, Skylanders could be a good one. Because, you know, it's perfectly, you know, we're probably getting to the nostalgia rage of it. If you can make, like, actual informative content on it, that'd actually be, like, that can actually do well. But you gotta be, like, real knowledgeable on it. That sounds scary. That's why Hyphen Hoik isn't a success. I'm not good enough at any particular element of the game other than making videos, and even then, that's still not good. That's why Puddings was able to literally get a higher view count than I've ever gotten on Mario Kart DS for a video, simply by being more knowledgeable at the game. Twins is 3K now, I have competition. Yeah. Puddings could easily beat me in subscriber count and, like, actually making a dent in the world. Oh, come on, there was a dip. But no, I am perfectly okay with Pudding becoming, like, you know, top dog in MKDS scene. But for now, it's goddamn me. Even though literally, like, most of my most recent stuff has been DS themed rather than MKDS themed, because the MKDS stuff isn't doing well. You're debating ASMR, YTP, VR chat, or memes. Actually, just do whatever you want to do. Honestly, that's the be all end all. Don't try and become. Don't aim for being successful. Let successful be an accident. That's what happened here. I'd barely call this channel a success, but I would call it a success. If someone came out to me and was like, you have to stop making videos, it's going to ruin your chances, I'm like, darn. But I would call it a success. Which is more than I would say for, like, you know, 2 years ago. How was it an accident for me? I'm making decent money. Well, I'm not making more money than I would having a job. But no, Hyphen Hoik was not supposed to be a content creator. Hyphen Hoik was supposed to be the mod creator. But I realized I prefer making videos over making the mods. And no one else was playing Mario Kart DS mods, so... Well, you know, Hyphen Hoik came out. Hyphen Hoik was made in response to, you know, all the Mario Kart Wii, mostly Mario Kart Wii mods. So I basically copied a lot of the Mario Kart Wii mods and put them into MKDS, but no one was playing MKDS. So no one was playing my mods, so I ended up just having to play my own mods. I am now here. I still don't recommend it. Don't become a content creator. That sample on the front of the car is so big. You're getting scared by it every time the gold disappears. You don't need a specific Wii U capture card. You can just use a regular HDMI capture card. Even those cheap nasty ones aren't that bad. I mean, you probably want to pass through one, but still. Wouldn't you be able to get, like, I know for Amiibos they have them, but like you can get like those little things that they can change what like they can hold, they have like multiple characters on them rather than using a specific card. I also remember hearing there is a software you can, like, if you specifically need something from the Wii U gamepad. I doubt it. There is actually software you can use that emulates the Wii U gamepad on a computer, and you can just record it like through OBS on that. But like I said, I don't. And also, if you're planning to do something, literally just do stuff that you already have. If you get good views, you can then, you know, and you go, oh, it could actually be worth to get a like, the main things to focus on is get decent audio, not amazing audio, decent audio. Old Hyphen Hoik videos have terrible audio, or early microphone Hyphen Hoik videos have terrible audio, but also early Hyphen Hoik videos just mostly use text, which is awful. I can't spell. But, you know, it's always funny when you're trying to target specifically, like, you know, a nostalgia kind of audience. That's why NFC cards. Yeah, that's true. Like I say, you've got, like, obviously it depends on what you're doing. Like, you know, if you do stuff and you go, hang on a minute, this isn't worthwhile, then, you know, don't buy it. That's why I stopped grabbing random DS accessories. They're also heavily overpriced because goddamn people see DS, it's like, ooh, some idiot YouTuber may want this. I'm like, they're for cheap. Who's gonna buy a DS starter pack for $20? Please give me good respawn. Hell yeah. That's not a lie. I've literally seen like those like DS starter packs for like anything more than $5. I think is too much. Like, all they contain is like a stylus and a few of those like little cartridge things. That's not good. Maybe I just did a pathetic shortcut and just like think I look cool. How do I handle being so famous? I realize I'm not famous. I'd only be famous if someone walks up to me like, are you Hyphen Hoik? I'm like, how the hell do you know me? There's like zero documentation on them, even the internet or YouTube. That's how you make content. Find out what people haven't talked about. Like, I've literally got a short where I'm like, you can change the brightness on the 3DS in DS games, and everyone was like, what the heck? Like, content creation's easy. Like last week, I literally went onto both r/NDS and r/3DS and just looked at the top posts and looked at all the questions. Looked at what were people saying. I got a handful of ideas. I found out you can invert the colors on the 3DS with and color temperature if you really want to play at night. Please teach us your wisdom. I don't have any wisdom. I'm a dumb idiot. Figures pointed. Don't go to uni for goddamn anything related to media. It actually is not useful. I mean, it could be useful if you get like a good course. Don't go to the course that I did, which I'm not going to talk about because I don't want to talk about what uni I went to. Oh no, I just don't want to talk about it. If you want to be famous without actually being famous, just make slop. I've seen like 3 channels on the audience also watch that are literally just like reposting memes from like Instagram. Fish. And it kind of makes me sad. Like not even like those fake like reaction channels. No, it's just the image, white border, black text, meme. How the hell am I snaking? With this cart on this track? In this part of the country? Fish part 2. Even worse because it's all stolen, yeah. I'm really gonna figure out why is the inverted comma apostrophe. Why do I keep forgetting what it's called? Why does the apostrophe? Why does the apostrophe just not have a proper PictoChat thing on the layout? They just look stupid in the text in the chat box. Fish part 3. Arguably, you could say it's fish 6, but oop, my mini turbo. But I don't feel like continuing that because it requires me saying fish a lot of times and remembering how many fish we are on. I'm so good at this game, by the way, guys. You know, I'm going to Adelaide specifically to play Mario Kart DS because I'm just that good at it. Fresh. Staking in this part of the track. Oh, FAC, hello. Yo, I should do a members only video where I just simply read 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. That's how I break into Ono's wallet. Boreal. the wooden Terraria. Which is very much based on a real wood, but like I don't think people know the real tree versus the Terraria wood type. No, my mini turbo! I was at a blue shot like, I'm gonna try and figure out how to line this into my snake, and I just completely flubbed it. At this time of year, this time of day, this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes. I like themed hams. It's a funny meme. Yes, I have at least once written steamed hams in Mario Kart DS on the idea list. I don't know what that meant. Isn't it may I see it, not can I have a look? You see, I told you I like the steamed hams memes. I do a comic where you recreate steamed hands of your characters. I have more than 2 characters. Even though technically there's 3 characters, but I don't think Seymour's mother is very, you know, a big part of it. Like, mini turbo didn't come out. I must have not pressed it hard enough, so I didn't press the button for it to come out. Because I was expecting I need to do a soft drift. Nice. My favorite steamed ham memes are the ones that actually end with the fire truck. It's like a requirement. I got jump scared by my dumb pitch I gave for this stream and typing in the for the see if there are any redirects, but there are none. You'll try and become if I promise to do 1 fish, 2 fish. If I read the Dr. Seuss book. Think about it. I mean, I've already got like a few member-only videos planned, so I don't need anything urgently, but... Because I've got a short that I want to make that requires me to use the 3DS's 3D cameras, and I want to upload like the full raw recording of that as a members-only video in both 3D and a 2D version, so it's actually watchable if you don't have 3D glasses. And then I've just got something for the Adelaide trip. Because of course I'm doing something. Of course I was gonna make something for the Sydney video, for the Sydney trip. I just ended up not doing it. I was like, I don't feel like it. What happens when you're on a goddamn train for 24 hours? Actually, no, I wasn't on the train for 24 hours. I was on the train for 12 hours, and on the way back, I was only on the train for half the time because I got kicked onto a coach. At like 4 AM. God. Don't take the train to Sydney, guys. It's not worth it. I mean, it could be, depending on the price and where you need to be exactly, it could be worth it, but it's not worth it. Anyway, that's the stream. I hope you had a pleasant enough time, even though it was just, you know, randomly playing Mario Kart, doing a random standard Toad speedrun for the track for kart comparisons, and then playing more random Mario Kart. The next stream's probably Wednesday, where I'll be doing mission mode practice for Oz Speedrun, which will be a week from now. So, you know, this time next week, I'm going to be in Adelaide, probably already asleep, because I need to have an early... not that early of a sleep, but I need to be asleep earlier. And... yeah, then you got the Sunday stream, which will be the Jeb stream, hopefully. And then there's probably not going to be another stream for like until, like, you know, the next Saturday. So, make sure you watch your streams because I don't know what I'm doing. Otherwise, yeah, if you haven't seen the latest video, please watch it because I put effort into it and it's not doing well in the algorithm. Otherwise, I don't know, watch something else on this godforsaken platform. I can't tell you what to do.